Welcome back. This is one of my last videos that I'll be making for this digital stencil project that we've been working on for the last few days. And really, if you're viewing this video today, after you kind of wrapped up everything, this is basically just kind of tying up any loose ends that are on your file right now that you see, excuse me, that will be necessary to kind of clean up so that the file is a little bit easier to print or manage when sending out to me to get evaluated. As you can see on the screen right here, I've got my digital stencil pretty much done. I'm satisfied with my stencil work. I've got 4 different color schemes, 4 different layers. Everything's good to go. I'm just going to kind of tie up some loose ends here and move some things out so that I can save it. I can email it out, and then it can actually be sent to the printer and printed relatively quickly. Now, obviously, some of the things I'm going to be showing you here on the screen, like the layers panel here, is stuff that you already are fully aware of. I want to just make sure that you guys know that this panel can be turned on and off, and if it isn't on, you can always go back up to the window button and just click layers. Mine has a checkbox there because it's obviously open. So I'm going to zoom out here and get to work. So the first things first, actually let's just kind of move this layers panel off to the side. The one thing that people are going to ask is, how do I get rid of these teal guidelines or ruler lines that came with the document? And actually that's very simple. Even though they don't print when this file would be sent to the printer, they can kind of be a little nuisance if you don't like seeing them there. So all you have to do is put your mouse button right on top, and you'll notice your cursor kind of switches to this left and right arrow. Once you get your mouse button on that, you're simply going to slide the vertical one over to the left-hand side of your screen, and you can slide the horizontal one all the way up to the top of your screen. Now you'll notice on my computer screen I actually do have like this ruler system up there, because when I start documents or make documents I usually leave my ruler on. I believe on your guys' version of Photoshop the ruler is off, so when you go to actually click and drag these things up, you might simply just stop once it hits the gray area, and that'll be just as fine. If you want the guideline to go away completely, you can just simply keep clicking and dragging your line all the way up the screen until it disappears. There's a tongue twister there, but regardless, as long as you get those moved off to the left and up top sides, they'll disappear and you won't have to worry about anything. Now we have a document here that looks like everything's good. I've got a number of layers here that all I'm going to go through is just kind of merge them together. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit and select my topmost layer. Your layer might be named something different, but all you need to know is that I'm going to start with my top one. And holding down the shift button on my keyboard, I'm going to select the rest of the layers all the way down, including this layer right here that doesn't have anything on it, and including the background layer. Mainly because all I'm going to do is smush these layers together or merge them together so that everything is easy to email out and send to the printer. Now before you do this, I do recommend just going through and doing a really quick save to this file, because we actually are going to be changing the format of this file so that it actually emails a lot quicker. So before you merge anything, before you get rid of the rulers, just as a quick kind of safety precaution, make sure you do a quick save. That way if anything goes wrong, you can go back to the way it originally was. Being that I've already kind of done this stuff, and now that I've already got my layers over here highlighted, I'm simply going to 2-finger click down on my mouse or on my trackpad, and I'm going to locate the merge layers option. And what this is going to do, just like a few days ago you learned, it's just going to take everything that's selected and smush it all together. I'm going to go ahead and click that and zoom out to show you that now I have a brand new, not necessarily a brand new document, but a brand new set of layers that have all been smushed together and now are called background. Okay. Now you're just simply going to save this file as a JPEG and email it out to me using my email address that's on the board. To do this, it's actually quite simple. At the top of the screen, click File, Save As. Not Save, Save As, because we're going to change the type of document that this actually is. So when you click File Save As, we get the same little dialog box here. What I've been recommending for everyone to do is inside the parentheses, put your last name, not the, oh boy, learn how to spell, not the word last name, actually put your last name here in the parentheses so that when I send it to the printer, it's a lot easier to actually manipulate and know whose is whose. Make sure that you're saving it in a location that's easy to find, like the desktop. And now all you're going to do right here in the format box is click the drop down menu and select the fourth option down, which reads JPEG. Now this is probably a file extension that you're very familiar with because as a digital media user you take pictures and you see pictures on the internet and stuff like that. A JPEG is just a image file that is a lot quicker to send and easier to send for your computer and the internet than a Photoshop document. So we're going to click JPEG, okay? And we're going to leave all these other options the way they are. We're going to simply click Save. Now on your guys' computers, there may be a box that pops up that warns you, hey look, you're saving it as a JPEG. Just understand that all those layers are going to go away. That's okay because we already merged the layers and it's no big deal. The other thing that's going to pop up here is you're going to get a JPEG options box. And basically what this is asking you is how good do you want the quality of your image to be? I've been telling people to kind of move it anywhere between the medium and high ranges. A higher image quality means a bigger file, and it might mean that it takes a little bit longer for it to send through email. A lower quality means the print might not actually come out looking correct and might be a little pixelated. So I usually go somewhere in the medium, somewhere in the middle between medium and high. I think a number like 7 or 8, maybe 9 is fine, and then click OK. Now that file is going to get saved wherever you saved it, and obviously you can see the change here. My document changed from a PSD to a JPEG. We can simply minimize this and locate the new file. Here it is on my desktop, and we're just going to attach that to an email and send that off to me so that I can put it through the large format printer in the back, and you guys can see what your digital artwork looks like once you're done. Thanks.